Imagine a land bathed in the golden light of the sun, cradled by the Nile, where the stories of gods and pharaohs echo through time. Ancient Egypt. In this time-worn realm of mystery and grandeur, a unique form of governance emerged, one that has shaped our understanding of this ancient civilization. Dynasties. These were not mere successions of rulers, but series of kings and queens sharing a common origin, a bloodline that was believed to carry the divine right to rule. The intricate tapestry of dynastic rule in ancient Egypt is traditionally divided into 33 pharaonic dynasties. This division springs from the writings of an Egyptian priest named Manetho, who lived in the 3rd century BC. His writings formed the basis of the first 30 divisions, while the last 3 were named later. However, as with any attempt to categorize the complex currents of history, this system had its limitations. Some of these dynasties only ruled part of Egypt, existing simultaneously with others. For instance, the existence of the 7th dynasty is uncertain, and the 10th may well be a continuation of the 9th. There's also a possibility that there were Upper Egyptian dynasties predating the first, thus adding layers of complexity to this dynastic puzzle. Yet, despite these complexities, the concept of dynasties is crucial to understanding the societal, political, and cultural evolution of ancient Egypt. Each dynasty represented a unique chapter in the narrative of this civilization, with its own set of achievements, struggles, and legacies. As we delve into the sands of time, we embark on a journey through the dynastic history of Egypt, a saga of power and legacy. Our journey begins with the early dynastic period, a time when the foundation of Egypt as a nation was laid. This was a transformative era, a turning point in Egyptian history that saw the birth of the first 2 dynasties. Imagine an era as early as 3100 BC when the land of the Nile was divided. 2 distinct regions, Upper and Lower Egypt, were like siblings, related yet different. This is where our story begins, with the remarkable unification of these 2 lands. It was an act that not only merged territories, but also blended cultures, traditions, and administrative systems, creating a unique and powerful civilization. The first 2 dynasties were the architects of this new Egypt. The first dynasty, under the leadership of King Narmer, is often credited with this monumental unification. Rocks carved with depictions of Narmer wearing the crowns of both Upper and Lower Egypt bear silent testimony to this event. The second dynasty, though less illustrious, played a crucial role in consolidating this newfound unity. It was a time of evolution, of change, where administrative systems were tweaked and refined. The seeds of what we now know as the bureaucracy of ancient Egypt were sown during this period. But perhaps the most significant shift was in the concept of rulership itself. The pre-dynastic rulers, who were seen as mere tribal chiefs, slowly gave way to the concept of pharaohs, divine rulers chosen by the gods themselves. These pharaohs, with their absolute power, became the heart and soul of Egypt, their actions shaping the destiny of the nation. Yet, despite all these changes, the early dynastic period was just the beginning, a prelude to the grand symphony of Egyptian history. Its real significance lies in the foundation it laid for the future, the groundwork it established for the grandeur that was to follow. The early dynastic period set the stage for the grandeur that was to follow, forever etching its mark on the annals of history. We now step into the era of the pyramids, the Old Kingdom, a testament to the architectural prowess of ancient Egyptians. This period, spanning the 3rd to the 6th dynasties, was a time of grandeur and spectacle, where the sands of time were shifted to birth monumental structures that have stood the test of millennia. Let's journey back to around 2700 BC, the dawn of the 3rd dynasty. Here, Pharaoh Djoser and his innovative architect, Imhotep, forever altered the landscape of Egypt with the Step Pyramid, a structure that paved the way for future pyramid designs. As we move into the 4th dynasty, we encounter a period often referred to as the Golden Age of the Old Kingdom. Here, the iconic Great Pyramids of Giza took shape under the rule of pharaohs Khufu, Khafre, and Menkaure. These structures, magnificent in their scale and precision, were not merely tombs, but embodiments of the divine connection between the pharaohs and the gods. But the Old Kingdom wasn't solely about architectural advancements. This era was also marked by significant religious and cultural developments. The pharaoh was seen as a divine entity, an intermediary between the gods and the people. Priests held substantial power, and the concept of Ma'at, or cosmic order, played a pivotal role in society. Art and literature flourished, with scribes penning wisdom texts and artisans crafting intricate tomb decorations. Yet, despite these achievements, the Old Kingdom was not immune to the passage of time. By the end of the 6th dynasty, around 2200 BC, the kingdom began to decline. Central authority weakened, local governors gained power, and the unity of Egypt started to crumble. Famine, social unrest, and possibly even climate change contributed to the downfall of this once prosperous era. The Old Kingdom, a time of prosperity and architectural marvels, eventually gave way to a period of uncertainty and chaos. But fear not, for as we delve deeper into the annals of Egyptian history, we'll discover that the fall of one kingdom often heralds the rise of another. From the ashes of chaos rose the Middle Kingdom, an era of rejuvenation followed by the New Kingdom, Egypt's Golden Age. This period, spanning the 11th to 20th dynasties, marked a remarkable renaissance in ancient Egyptian history. After the turmoil of the First Intermediate Period, the Middle Kingdom emerged around 2050 BC under the rule of Mentuhotep II, who reunified Egypt after almost a century of political fragmentation. The Middle Kingdom is often considered a period of reform and cultural resurgence. It was during this time that Egypt, once again, became a land of stability and prosperity. But as all things in history, this period of peace and stability was not to last forever. The Middle Kingdom eventually gave way to the Second Intermediate Period, a time of political instability and internal strife. But from these troubling times, the New Kingdom would rise, ushering in Egypt's most celebrated era. The New Kingdom, commencing around 1550 BC, marked the zenith of ancient Egyptian power and influence. This was the epoch of the most famous pharaohs, the ones whose names echo through the corridors of time. Pharaohs like Tutankhamun, whose golden mask has become a symbol of ancient Egypt, and Ramses II, whose long and prosperous reign earned him the title of Great Ancestor. During this time, Egypt expanded its territories far beyond its traditional boundaries, establishing a vast empire that stretched from Nubia in the south to the fringes of the Near East. The New Kingdom was a time of monumental architectural achievements, magnificent tombs, and exquisite artistry. It was an era when Egypt truly shone like a beacon of civilization amidst the ancient world. But as with all earthly empires, the sun had to set on the New Kingdom. Yet it left behind an indelible mark on history, a legacy that continues to fascinate us even today. The New Kingdom marked the peak of ancient Egyptian civilization, a time of wealth, power, and unforgettable pharaohs. As the sun sets on the New Kingdom, we enter the late period, a time of foreign invasions and the end of pharaonic rule. The late period, spanning the 21st to 30th dynasties, was a time of great upheaval. The pharaohs of these dynasties faced a relentless onslaught of foreign invasions, leading to a significant decline in their power and influence. The 21st dynasty, for example, was a time of division, with a line of high priests ruling from Thebes while pharaohs reigned from Tanis. The next few dynasties saw a revolving door of rulers, as Libyans, Nubians, and Assyrians each carved out their own piece of the Egyptian pie. By the time of the 27th dynasty, Egypt had fallen to the Persians. This Persian conquest marked the first time in history that Egypt was ruled by foreign kings. Yet the Egyptian spirit was indomitable. There were intermittent periods of independence, such as during the 28th and 30th dynasties, when native Egyptians briefly reclaimed their sovereignty. Despite these fleeting moments of freedom, the Persians returned, re-establishing their rule until a new conqueror arrived on the scene, Alexander the Great. With his arrival, the era of native Egyptian rule came to an end. The pharaohs and the dynasties they represented were no more. Yet it was not the end of Egypt. The culture, the language, the religion, these lived on, morphing and adapting in the face of new rulers and changing times. The Ptolemaic kingdom, established by Alexander's general Ptolemy, saw the fusion of Greek and Egyptian cultures, creating a unique blend that further enriched Egypt's historical tapestry. And so the story of ancient Egypt's dynasties draws to a close, leaving behind a rich tapestry of history that continues to captivate us to this day.